Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're doing absolutely fine. The COVID numbers are increasing and things are really difficult in India. And my request to all of you is that if you're staying with your family, please take care of them and stay safe, stay indoors. If you're staying away from your family, the best thing you can do is to stay away from them so that they are safe and you even stay safe. Please don't show your utter love during this time by traveling to their place or maybe calling them to your place. Please don't do that because things are not that good right now. So coming back to the topic, we discussed in last video about the skills, how to identify skills that you can add in your resume and your Naukri profile, and which will help indeed help you get more number of interview calls. So in today's video, it will be a continuation of that, where we will be definitely at first discussing about the skills that are in high demand in the market right now, but we'll also discuss about salaries. So I've got a lot of requests from candidates that they don't know how much to ask from the company, whether they are asking within the permissible limit or maybe they are crossing beyond the limit, or because there is always a fear within candidates that if they are asking more, then it might so happen that they might get rejected because someone else might be doing the same thing, might be ready to do the same thing at a lower cost. And of course that is something to fear about, but my suggestion to all of you, whoever is going for this interview, is that if you have talent and you deserve the money, definitely the company will be ready to pay you. So let's get this video started, but before that, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon if you want to stay updated. Let us know in comment section below how has been your recent interview experience and when is your next interview, so that we can help you directly in any way possible and help you crack your next interview. So as I always say, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. So even today's session is going to be a totally practical session. So let's head on to my Naukri profile. We are here on my Naukri homepage. So as you can see, it always entertains you with enormous amount of data, and you can always see what are the emerging IT skills and if you belong to the IT sector. So for me, since I am into the IT sector and into the product management domain, so for me these are some things, it comes on a regular basis. So for you it might be something else. But to continue today's video, let's head on to the section that we are going to discuss, that is skill trends. Okay, so last week we discussed about how you can search over here and identify which skill is whether your skill is in high demand or not, and how you can club your skills with the other skills. So if you haven't checked out that video, I'll leave it in the I button above, and do check that out before actually watching this video, because it will help you. Now the next thing which we are going to discuss is when we scroll down. So as you scroll down, you'll be able to see a section which says check top skills in demand by functional area or industry, right? So here you can see there are two choices. So you can choose whether you want to search using the functional area or the industry. So let's say uh, within functional area you have all these sections. So my area is banking, so let me click on that. If I click on that, I see that there are so many skills which are ranking. So here you can see up till 100 skills, okay, which is indeed a very large number. And using this data itself, you can modify your profile, you can modify your overall career. And trust me, this data is something of which is a gold mine, I would say, because this can help you drive your career in the right direction. And how it will do it, I'll explain you in the next part of the video. Okay, now coming down, if you see all these areas, you can identify which is relevant to your profile, And if there is something, let's say this is a suggestion to all the freshers, let's say you are starting your career into banking and you are confused whether to go for insurance, or you want to go for banking, or you want to go into business development, or you want to go into direct sales, right? So this is a good section where you can have a good flavor of how do these skills rank in the current market, and you can then select a particular stream based on how the demand is in the current scenario, and based on that you can create your profile. So that's something definitely. But yes, my suggestion is always there that you should always go, or you should always pursue something that is of interest to you, and that's the reason. This is very much important, but at the same time the priority must be given to your interest. Okay. Now, going to industry, if I select industry, then again I get all these sections. Okay. If I select banking, financial services, broking, so then again I get this list of skill sets. If I select FMCG, so I'll get again the list of skill sets. So you can use all these skill sets to identify what relevant skill set is for you. And in case you are a fresher, then this is definitely the best place to start your journey. If you are confused about whether to get into sales or marketing, or you want to go for design, so this is the best place for you. Now coming to the next section, so is the companies section, and here under companies you'll get a section called company salaries. Now as I was saying, that this is the section where you can very well understand whether the skill that you're going to pursue is going to fetch you the right amount of salary or not, right value of salary. Now let me tell you one thing. Now this data which you are seeing over here, so this is not something which is taken from the companies, it is something which is fed by employees. So there is no 100% certainty. But yeah, I mean, when you're going for an interview, it's always good to have it in your thoughts, because a plus and minus 5% or 10% is always, safe to work around, right? So coming down, if you see this section where it says that search by company designation and we can search based on salaries, you can do that. Now, let's say I'll search a company, for example, I'll search for a company like Google. Okay. Now, if I search Google, so here I have Google, and I will search use it based on the salaries. Okay. Now, if I search based on the salaries, what I see is a software engineer in Google, having 0 to 9 years of experience ranging. So his median salary comes around, average salary comes around 30.6 lakhs, where even there are people who are earning 90 lakhs and there are people who are earning 9 lakhs as well, right? So this is the range in which it falls. So if you are applying for a software engineer role, so you can certainly imagine yourself, and you have a certain amount of experience, so let's say 4 years or 5 years, you can definitely expect a salary around 30 to 40 lakhs. So that's something you can always keep in your mind when you're applying for certain positions, right? Coming down, if you see, same thing for analysts. So for an analyst in Google, it's like 1.8 lakhs is the starting, and 22 lakhs is the um, amount of money that I think an 8-year-old experienced person must be earning. So see, you cannot be certain about it, but yes, you can definitely look into it and understand it better, right, for that particular role or not. Now, for example, I want to go for a credit analyst position. Okay. Now if I type credit analyst, okay, and this is the credit analyst role. Now I want to check, as a credit analyst, what money can I make and in which company. So what I'll do is I'll search, and the moment I click on search, I will be seeing a list of entries. Okay. So here we have around 434 reviews. Okay. And the salary bracket that's available on Ambition Box over here is 2 lakhs to 14 lakhs. That's the range that has come in. And if you scroll down, you'll be seeing the average annual salary is 5 lakhs per annum. Okay. For a credit analyst. But does that motivate you or demotivate you for applying for a role? It should not, because credit analyst is just a designation. There are lots of designations which have similar role profiles. So don't judge, just have an idea about. And if you really want to understand, my suggestion is, if you can go inside. Now, for example, here, if you see, if you scroll down, average annual salary by experience, so it gives you a fair amount of idea of how much your experience is, and based on that, what can be your probable salary. If you again scroll down, you'll see that top skills for credit analysts. So where you will also, if let's say you want to pursue this particular skills, this particular role, then what are the skills that are required for pursuing this? That is another thing which you can know from this section. This is the most important thing which I feel, which can benefit you the most, is to understand that what are the companies or the organizations in the market who are going to hire you for this role, right? For example, Axis Bank, the average salary is 7.5 lakhs, but for a person 0 to 13 years of experience, but there are people who are earning 15.8 lakhs as well, right? Crisil is hiring. Crisil pays around 8.2 lakhs on an average, right? And 10 lakhs is probably the maximum salary that it offers to a credit analyst. Now, if I select any of these, okay, if I select any of these, I'll be able to see the Axis Bank position, especially for credit analyst salaries, and I'll be able to see all this data over here. So my suggestion is, guys, please, whenever you are checking or you are deciding on which skill to go for, or which organization to go for, make sure that you are using this data smartly, because that will help you take a decision based on data, and not just by discussing with people, or just because somebody told. It should not be like that. Okay, it should be totally based on data, which I feel. Right. So do check out our website and do book a slot for yourself if you are confused. So in today's video, we have covered these sections. In next video, we are going to cover more about, profile building, because here I'm simply talking about sections in silos. But there I'll be combining everything and telling you a gist of how exactly the analysis needs to be done. Okay. So stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much. Catch you up next week. Bye bye.